prior to that, maybe with high rollers and stuff, was everybody would just make the lanes hook so much that for me, I could never get the ball through the dry part if it got too far left. So I ended up just learning to develop a launch shot. Ball could never hook in the air, and it was much easier to get that angle to the break point I wanted. So it started out as a trick, and then it actually became a tool that I use quite often. And when I get a chance to use it, I use it as much as I can.
Welcome back, Bobby. Welcome back.
We had a ton of fun watching that event. Remind you, PBA's online video service, Extra Frame, is available at PBA.com. Interviews, behind-the-scenes footage, archive video. And you can relive the wonderful season that was for Chris Barnes.
Go.
Heavy on that one. And
come on.
Thought that 4-pin was going to drop.
Well, he was hoping to keep that string alive, but not to be. Just a pinch heavy. 4-pin wiggles, but it doesn't go down.
Weeble wobble. Do they still make Weeble wobbles, by the way?
Not sure what you're talking about, Rob.
You don't know what a Weeble wobble is? Did you ever dress in Granimals?
Good, yeah.
Pretty brave,
Stuck to your hand.
So
yeah,
Barnes
right.
picks up the first spare of the match for Roth's Raiders.
Granimals.
You like that one? Going back. I'm going back on you. Maybe some Zips shoes to complement the outfit.
It may never end.
Never had Zips? Here's Norm Duke. Wonderful second half of the season for Duke. And I love how he holds that pose.
Hold the finish. Green ball up 10. Love it.
Here we got one. We got a scan.
Second frame or second strike of the match for Voss's Bosses. And now we go to our two anchors for Roth's Raiders. It is Tommy Jones, and he's held this position all tournament long. I got good vibes about Tommy Jones this season.
Tommy Jones is a bad man. You put him on the shark pattern with that high ref rate, a lot of hook. He really makes that shark pattern look easy.
Pete Weber, bowling anchor for Voss's Bosses. Boy, do they need a win.
Look out.
Oh, now that ball wasn't supposed to go high.
Move left, Pete. Move left.
Huh?
I said move left.
Yeah.
Oh, he wasn't talking to me. Was he?
No,
Oh.
might have been a teammate, but that's all right. I mean, everybody goes to you for knowledge. Why wouldn't Pete?
Maybe because he's got 34 titles and
Easy.
Oh,
did he just chop the 3-6?
first
That's really
open
nice,
frame
Pete.
of this
Way to
match.
go. All right, guys.
Probably needs in the tank.
Ball wasn't supposed to go high.
Such a lonely walk and sit when you come to the bench with an open frame.
You sit there at the end of the bench by yourself.
Yeah. No high fives,
No,
nobody
nothing.
talking to you, just and then the opposition follows out with a strike. Thanks, guys.
Ain't no fun unless it's exciting. Come on.
5 strikes through 6 frames already for Roth's Raiders. They are in cruise control right now, up 41. Here's Mike Scroggins.
They need to get a string going right now.
And that'll help.
Still alive. Still alive.
Tied his career high with 6 televised appearances last season. Did the Amarillo, Texas native, Mike Scroggins. So the strike was good. We're going to have to string a lot more when we return. That means Norm Duke, you're getting called out. You need some Ks. 2,700 feet of track at top speeds of 50 miles an hour. You hit this one.
I rode it back-to-back times and almost passed out.
How did you get back-to-back rides?
Hey, the lines are short, brother.
You're a VIP.
That ride there is a blast. Now let's go lane side with Deandra, who has a special guest, Rob.
Being the ball rep on tour, what do you see the biggest difference bowling outside opposed to bowling inside regarding the lanes?
Well, I think what we've seen so far with all the guys is the transitions are happening a little bit faster due to the sun, breaking down the viscosity of the oil a little bit. The guys don't have to use as much surface, especially like on the shark pattern, what we have going on right now. Scroggins being the only lefty on his team is using a little bit more surface, but the other guys are able to use, solid covers and balls almost out of the box, So we just seen the transition a little bit smoother, actually, because the lane is actually breaking a whole lane down instead of just one part of the lane.
And it has a lot to do with the sun.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, the temperature in the gutters, last year we had 140-something degrees, and this year is not quite as hot, but, it's still warm enough to break the oil down.
Great. Thanks for your insight.
You got it.
Chris Schlemmer, the best ball rep on tour, bar none.
Now, Roth's Raiders have been reading these lanes correctly. 5 strikes through 6 frames, a commanding 41-pin lead as we begin play here in the 7th. Here's Patrick Allen.
Hook a lot.
Look out. Leaves the fence, meaning he didn't even hit the head pin. Easy to do, though, on this shark pattern when you get the ball wide of target. Too much oil outside to get that ball to recover. Patrick Allen leaves himself a difficult spare conversion.
First half of the season, Patrick Allen was right there in Player of the Year contention. He made a career-high 4 consecutive championship round appearances at one point last season.
4.
Nicely done there.
Come on, Danny.
And Voss's bosses are in that position where if they can string some strikes together, take this game off the sheet, they can bowl themselves right back into it and steal this match away from Roth's Raiders.
Danny Wiseman and Michael Fagan both here because they won at the 2008 Exempt Doubles Classic in Vegas. There's that strike you were talking about.
Good shot.
That cuts in the lead of Roth's Raiders. This is going to get into the light part of the pocket and rip the rack here. 5-pin going into the 7.